Welcome back, beautiful people. We are doing another wedding dress reveal today, and I think the theme is going to be the 1950s. So we are doing elegance, we're doing simplicity, we're doing beautiful fabrics. Can't wait for you to see the dress, so let's get to it. Here is my parcel. I have not opened this, but I have washed my hands, so let's do it. Okay, the first thing that I see is that there is a matching veil, and the veil has a bit of trim on it, so we'll have a look at that in a moment. There's also a separate belt. I have been doing so many gowns like this that are really simple and elegant and just timeless, and I really love that style because I think it will last forever, and I think that it will never ever date. Gorgeous! Oh, I love it. So looking right off the bat, it's a large boat neck. Well, it's sort of like a half between a scoop and a boat neck, so it's a wide scoop, nearly a boat neck. Little cap sleeves. And then we've got the train at the back with beautiful pearl buttons all the way down. Let's put this on a hanger, give it a bit of a steam, and then we can talk about the details. Just gorgeous. Oh, it's so good. So as you can see, the gown is beautiful. It's made of a really new type of satin, which is a really soft brush satin. So it feels really silky under the hands, and it also falls really beautifully because it has a little bit of weight. It has a little bit more body than a lightweight satin, like a lingerie satin, but it's not as heavy as a standard satin like a Duchess satin or something like that that we would use most of the time when it comes to wedding gowns. So as you can see, we have a beautiful scoop style boat neck, half scoop, half boat neck neckline, and we've got beautiful short cap sleeves and the princess lines in the bust that extend down to a dart, and there's also a waist seam. It's quite fitted in the hip and the thigh area, but that is something that I will do in alterations as well to get the perfect fit, and this is something we always have to do when people want that really fitted slim look. We'll have to do that at the fitting. And then it goes out to just a sheath style hem, and it actually has a bit more fabric in the skirt, so it can be flared out to this beautiful open train that's a real like wide circle train. I think in this dress where the magic really lies is in the back, and in the back design it's quite low, so it's a low back that actually goes nearly to the waist. It will look quite low actually on the client, doesn't look as low here on the dummy, doesn't look quite as low here on the hanger. We also have this beautiful lace trim that details the V back, as well as these gorgeous pearl buttons that go all the way down to the bottom of the train. So it is a really beautiful detail. Just to give you a little bit of a closer look here, we've got an invisible zipper underneath, and then now you can see the elastic loops that we put in, and these go around the pearl buttons. And what this does is basically the buttons are for show. We never use buttons to actually close a garment and make it the security of the garment, because we find that we need a zipper underneath just to make it a little bit more secure. So sometimes we would use just buttons and a loop if the top of the back is say sheer, but in the body we'd normally do this to give it a bit more structure. We basically use the loops to center the buttons. So where the zipper is, if we didn't have those loops there and there was just a zip, the buttons would sit a little bit to the left. So by having these loops, when it's zipped up, you'll actually see that the buttons sit dead center, which is exactly what you want in a gown like this. We've got a hook and eye on the top of the zipper, which is really important. It helps us pull the zipper up. And then on the inside of the gown, we've got our construction. So our standard construction is in this gown, bar one item, which I'll talk about in a second. So we have boning in here, we have padded cups, but we don't have our bra strap, our signature bra strap, and that is because the back is too low for us to put this in without it showing through. So that's sort of the only exception to the rule. We will always try and build in a bra, which includes a padded cup, boning and a strap, but where the garment is sheer at the back, or if it's low at the back, then you won't get the strap, and if it's sheer at the front, you may not get the boning, depending on the construction and the look that you're going for. But all this stuff we normally discuss with you in consultation, so you know pretty much what you're going to get when it comes. Really beautifully designed and made gown. I think the customer is going to be extremely happy with this dress. Also show you the train, which is just stunning. It looks like about a 50 centimeter train, which is on the smaller side of our standard trains. It's got a beautiful circle effect on the train when it's flared out, but when she walks, it will basically go into nothing and it will go right down and be quite slim, which is what most brides want when they've got a gown this sort of design. So this gown is like that classic style bodice with a low back detail and the beautiful fitted skirt that can also be flared out, and with those additions of those beautiful pearl buttons and that little bit of lace, it's just stunning. So I'll show you the veil. We've made the veil with a really light tulle in an ivory color to match the dress, and we've also used the exact same lace trim. You can see here we've pulled the exact lace trim, and we've just done this to match the dress. This is what the client wanted. We've left the comb out so that we can fit it to her at her fitting, so she can decide whether she wants this around her face or whether she actually wants it like a standard veil that sort of looks more like this. So this is sort of how it looks there. Also got a matching satin belt. Thank you so much for watching. I really hoped you loved that dress, because it will be absolutely stunning on the client and I cannot wait to see it. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it so I know to do more videos like this, and I hope to see you next time in the next gown reveal. Bye for now.